So there is a quick lesson, or not, it's not really a lesson, it's more like an experience which just happened to me, and it made me like realize the one side of me which I really hate. And it might be something that you can relate to once you listen to this like short story. So it's currently around 10 a.m. and I have just arrived home. But before that, I had the opportunity to film at a train station. So I went there, I started filming few trains that went by or stopped there and did some, I'm not sure if great shots because I haven't really seen them yet. And yeah, I'm doing my shots, my shooting, and I'm about to leave. I pack my camera, and as I'm leaving, a guy with a vest starts approaching me. I was thinking that he's probably walking to the trains, going to discuss something with the people there or something like that. But no, instead of that, he went to me and started to talk to me with like an aggressive voice, you could say. He was a bit old, probably 60 or something like that. And he started saying that if I have a permission to be there and that I should leave immediately and I shouldn't do the same thing ever again. And I was like okay with that. I wasn't rude at all. I left right away after he said that I should leave. And so like nothing really bad happened. It's a normal experience that every person who creates content goes through, almost everyone, because you film at a certain place and they just kick you out because you shouldn't be there or something like that. And so it's completely normal experience. But for some reason, it's those kinds of experiences when I do something wrong leave a huge mark on me, which stays there for a long time until I somehow like move on. But that's actually the side of me which I really hate. That basically, when I do something wrong, which is not really wrong at the same time because I haven't done anything bad, it's just that it's just normal thing. It actually happens to many people. No, you don't even have to be a content creator or a filmmaker, and they can kick you out from any sort of place because you shouldn't be there or something. Also, there was the other thing which happened before. It was a normal day. I arrived at school. I was at the parking lot and I stopped at the wrong place where I shouldn't have stopped. And I knew it, but I was going to leave the car almost right away because I was just jumping off, if you know what I mean. But I was like the person who was riding, and my brother was going to switch with me. And so when I left the car, another car pulled up. I was fine with that because I thought that there wouldn't be any problem for them to wait a little bit until I am finished and my brother will leave. But she started honking, then another car was going through like the other direction, and so we were kind of like in the way. But that other car didn't make it close, and yeah, nothing really wrong happened again. It's just that I did a mistake which I shouldn't have done. I thought I would be quick and I didn't see those cars coming, and so I thought that nothing bad would happen. And when she literally just honked, literally nothing bad happened. I still felt wrong. I still feel like a bad person for that. Like literally the first experience which I mentioned, the first story, has actually, or is actually, I'm going to explain like how I feel right now, so that you can maybe gain something from this if you are going through a similar situation or something. And so I literally feel like a bad person, like I'm someone bad. I don't know how to explain it, but like I feel like a bad person basically. Like I did something very bad that I shouldn't have done. And it kind of like haunts me. It's like it's one of the worst feelings which I have ever felt. It always happens when I do something like that I'm not used to, and it's something that can potentially be bad in a sense, but it's at the same time a normal thing which can happen because we do mistakes all the time. And like that's just the part of me which I really hate. For some reason I really feel like a bad person, and it kind of like eats me from the inside, like whenever a situation like that happens or occurs. And I think that the worst thing, if you are going through something like me, the worst thing which you can do, I believe so at least, and it's something that I wanted to do, I was thinking about doing it, is starting a game and playing, just trying to forget that it ever happened. And I realized that it wouldn't be a good idea to do that, because I would literally be just escaping my emotions, and eventually they would build up inside me and consume me from the inside, because they will eventually get like locked inside. And so you have to feel the emotions and release them. And it's not something I have practiced much, so I'm not sure how efficient that is or how you can actually release those emotions. But I think that the best way how you can do it is literally feel those emotions, close your eyes, feel those emotions, and take a full deep breath. And really slowly through your mouth. And inhale through your nose and try to breathe into your stomach instead of just your lungs, so that it will be a huge and deep breath. And try to do it as slowly as possible, and imagine yourself releasing those emotions away from your body and relaxing at the same time. And that way it actually made me calm down quite a lot. And so that's the main point which I wanted to mention, that those were the two stories, and there were more which happened in the past. And I wanted to mention them because you can maybe gain something from this, some kind of value. And if you have enjoyed this kind of video, then maybe you will like this one as well.